Ysgol Fron-Isa and Ysgol Caiwan are two very different high schools. One school is large in the rural area, the other is a small school in a town. The town in which a small school is situated have many traffic-free cycle routes. All of the pupils in year 7 to 10 were surveyed in both of these schools. They were asked the following questions. Do you cycle to school? If you answered no, would you like to cycle to school? The results were displayed as graphs below. So it shows you in year 7, okay, the dark is cycling, the middle-ish colour is would like to cycle, and the white is others. So this is Ysgol Fron-Isa and year 7 to 10, and this one's Ysgol Caiwan, year 7 to 10. Which school and year group has an approximately equal split between the three categories? Pupils who like to cycle to school, pupils who pupils who cycle to school, pupils who would like to cycle to school, and other pupils. So which one has got roughly the same? So roughly the same would be about 30% of each, okay? Just over, because 100 divided by 3 is roughly 33.3%. So which one is close to 33? Right, this one here comes up as 30. That one comes up as 40. Okay, 30, that would just be under 30. So let's look at this one. Over here, just 20, just 12%. That one is about 33. That goes up to about 67, so it'd be this one here. So it'd be Ysgol Caiwan, year group 10. So Ysgol Caiwan, year 10. There are definitely more pupils in Ysgol Fron-Isa who cycle to school than Ysgol Caiwan. The problem is here, these are only percentages, so we don't know how many are in each school. All they're saying is one school is large and the one is small. So even this percentage of a large number, so say of 1,000, will be much bigger than that percent of say 100. So we can't say that because we don't know the number of pupils. Both schools have pupils in each year group with no interest in cycling to school. Okay. If you answered no, would you like to cycle to school? Both schools have pupils in each year with no interest to cycle to school. So the ones with no interest, they've answered no, would you like to cycle to school? And if you answer no, would you like to cycle to school? So they've answered no to that bit as well. So it's the white. So yeah, both schools have got that. Questions asked were biased. No, because they didn't say something like, it's good to cycle to school. What do you think? Approximately 20% of the pupils in Ysgol Caiwan cycle to school. So in Caiwan, you've got 20%, 20%, you've got about 12% and just over 30%. We obviously don't know exact numbers in a year group, but approximately it would even out, roughly so I would say roughly true. It is more likely that it's Ysgol Fron-Isa that is the small school situated in the town. So which one is a town, which one is rural? Fron-Isa got a higher percentage of cycling, the other one hasn't. Just because you live in a town, are you more likely to cycle to school? Not necessarily, because you possibly could walk. So that's not necessarily true. In January 2011, there were 1,200 miles of national cycle network routes in Wales. In January in 2016, there were 1,400. If the number of miles were to continue to increase by the same number of miles each year, how many miles would there be in 2018? So in the 5 years, there's 5 years between them two dates. In the 5 years, it's gone up by 200 miles. So that means in 1 year, it's gone up by 200 divided by 5, which is 40 miles. So there's another 2 years. So in 2 years, It's gone up by 40 times 2, which is 80. So how many miles would there be in 2018? So there'd be 1,400 plus the new 80 miles, which is approximately 1,480 miles. Why is your answer in 1 unlikely to be an accurate estimate of the number of miles of NCN routes? It's only an estimate because we're basing on the previous 5 years. Alright, because it's based on previous 5 years. Anything can happen. In next 2 years, they could decide to stop. So e.g., they could decide to stop making new paths. Or they could even make more.